And should be live. Hope everyone's doing well. I know it's been a few weeks since I've done a live stream. See, Kevin's checking in from Florida. Tim's here from Kansas City. Ronald is checking in. Doug is here. No, I did not fall asleep. Ginger Down Under checking in from Australia. And let's see, Bill's here. Bean Boy's here checking in from Pennsylvania. Todd is checking in from Colorado. I definitely could use a nap, but I did not fall asleep. My buddy Paul checking in from Texas, Dallas area. Jeff is here. I'm going to kind of let you guys lead the show. Tennessee Mike's checking in. So if there's something you guys want to talk about, we can. I mean, we'll cover like the watch shows that are coming up. There's a couple of good watch shows coming up in July. We'll try to cover those a little bit, but my buddy Dane's checking in, #1 troll killer, rocking his No Date Submariner. Michael's here. Thanks for joining. James Duffy checking in from the West Coast. Four o'clock Crown is here. It was a hot day. I'm kind of like beat. Working outside in the heat is going to take a toll on you. Let's see. My buddy Joe is checking in. Dane says, somebody buy my Seiko SPB 143 for God's sake. I didn't even see you had that for sale. Let's see. Let's do share screen. Let's go window. We'll go here. And then we'll go to probably here. Right there. Dane has an Seiko SPB 143, the 62 MAS reissue. Bought it from Exquisite Timepieces, full kit. She's a beauty. One link pin is missing. Don't know what happened to it. $700. Those are good looking watches. Kind of about the size of like a Black Bay 58 sort of thing. Let's see, my buddy Greg Wood is here. Who else? Paul says, anything info from the vendors on the effects of the tariffs? I haven't really heard too much on that front, Paul. It's like it was all hyped up and everything, and then it just kind of just died right out. It looks like Sergio's selling a Samurai for $255. My buddy Jonathan out in Vegas is selling a Vera for $350. Unworn, still has the plastic on it. That's a cool watch. I like that model. Let's see. Sergio has some vintage watch or Timex. My buddy Michael in Canada has a Momentum and a G-Shock for sale. Some miscellaneous stuff in the more affordable lineup. What's in the more expensive sections? Colby's got a Zelos Sky Raider version 3 Supernova 40 millimeter for just under $2,000. These are pretty cool. Check out the dial on that thing. Yeah, that's a cool watch. Long Island John's got a Tudor Black Bay Pro, but that's pending. That'll probably get sold. My buddy Homer sold his Christopher Ward. I sold a Doxa Army. Actually, Tim bought it. He's in the chat. Thomas sold his MRG. Those are great. Thomas sold his Jeannot Expedition. Is stuff selling? Are people pricing things right? I know Todd actually, I think this sold. I think he sold it on eBay. He just didn't mark it sold here at Doxa. What's in the 2,500 and up category? Looks like Next Watch has a Cartier Santos 100 midsize for sale, $2,900. Those are awesome watches. Long Island John also has a Tudor Pelly 39 pending sold. My buddy Keith has a, which I think this used to be Colby's actually, Christopher Ward Bel Canto for 32, 31, 3,000 sold. Looks like he's running a auction there. Nick sold his Tudor Ranger, and Keith sold his Tag Monaco. Yeah, so this stuff is selling. Did that sell? It's a pretty cool looking watch. Nice sharp hand set on that. Kind of Grand Seiko-esque. Yeah, I talked to Park and NJ about this. Like, I low key wanted to get that. I'm not in a position to buy anything. So let's see here. Let's close. Let's hide that. Stop that. You guys are talking about the rules in the Flippers Paradise. Oh, wait, what did Jeff say? What do you guys think? Are the Buyers Club drops having any effects on the Flippers Paradise sales? Oh, I mean, they might be, because I've been doing these. Well, I can show that in a separate screen share. I mean, if they're similar watches, I'm thinking they would. You're asking because Hamilton Mechanical fell on its face. Yeah, and I have some Hamiltons here, and I apologize for that to happen, but it just kind of is what it is. Let's see. Greg's going to LA Intersect. I was just looking at the lineup. I had to cancel my plans to go to Windup Chicago. Let me show you that. This one. So Windup Chicago is what, in a couple weeks? What is that? 2 weeks. Weekend of July 11th, 12th, 13th. And I was going to go, and I was getting ready to book the room and everything. And then my activities director, aka the wife, she reminded me that we have a celebration of life to attend to for her Uncle Larry that passed away. So that's clearly more important to attend to that and hang out with family and celebrate Larry's life. So, which Larry kind of had like his own little video on my channel at one point, a Rolex date just that he had wore for a good portion of his construction career. I ended up getting that from him, and then I did a video on it, and then sold it to my buddy Mimo, and then he sold it to a local guy in Long Beach who I met at the last Mimo's meetup. So that watch is still kind of all connected. So anyway, that's why I'm not going to Chicago. But it looks like it's going to be a good show. I mean, I'll get back to Chicago at some point because I like to hang out with everybody there. So let's see. Yeah, there's going to be some good vendors there. Atelier Wen, Casio, Christopher Ward. These are the leads, Citizen and Oris. And then, of course, we have, hopefully, all these vendors are locked in, because I did notice when I was at the San Francisco windup, I had heard that somewhere between like 12 and 15 brands at the last minute kind of dropped out. So, and that venue already has quite a bit of space. So, oh, Fedora, I haven't looked at Mimo's barn finds in a while. We'll look at that in a second. Oh, you know what? We'll look at that right now because you brought it up. We will look at it right now. Barn find at Mimo's. Let's check it out. Yeah. I don't know why. I've always liked that Omega. It's kind of like slept on. It's a little bit smaller size. I'm sure I could still pull it off, but that Squale is pretty cool. I'm not familiar with this. What is this? La Coltra, Memovox automatic. What is this? 37 millimeter, too small for me, but that's a cool looking watch. I don't like doing older watches anyway. Here's a JLC Memovox. Is that are they tied together? See, I don't know my brand history. Those are probably tied together somehow. A Zin 556, that's a killer watch. At one point, I was going to buy my son one of these. Don't tell him because um, I think that would be a really good watch for him. And it's already sold anyway. It doesn't matter. Ah, it says right there, sold out. Hamilton Murph, 42 mil, Longines, Citizen, Tissot Digital, PRX, Pina, Frederic Constant, Seiko Turtle. I just sold one of those. Didn't I just sell a 773? SRP. Or is that coming up on the next sale? It's coming up on the next sale. I have to price it out. Yep. I have it scheduled for the next drop. The SRP 773, the Blue Turtle, that one right there. He's got it for $395. That's a good price. I'll probably list it for like $300. I do have a 773 Fedora. I just picked it for drop 5, which I posted up in the buyers club. But my price on it will probably be $300, and it's literally like a brand new watch. So yeah, sorry to undercut you, Mimo, but you'll sell yours eventually. You always do. You're patient. Hamilton Jazzmaster 34, Omega DeVille. These are pretty cool. I don't know why. I've always liked that bezel. That's a really cool watch. I'm digging it. It has the ETA 2824 in it. It's a 44 millimeter, but it's a 1,000-meter water depth rating watch, so that's pretty cool. 645 on that. That's crazy good. Art Deco Lady Tudor Oyster. Oh yeah, he had some good ones here. I don't really pay attention to his sales too much, but okay. Let's go back to we were talking about Windup. Oh, I suppose I could take a second and give you guys a wrist check. I wore the RZE UTD 8000. I knew it was going to be hot, and I don't know. This just made sense. I was going to wear. I had fitted my new Grand Seiko. I had resized the bracelet, and then it ended up being too loose. I couldn't get it dialed in back and forth, so I ended up putting it on this orange Oak and Oscar fabric strap, and I really dig it on there. I would love to see a strap like this. I don't know if you guys know of a strap that is like this, but I feel like Oak and Oscar either could refine this, maybe like a version 2.0. I would like to see a different clasp and buckle. I would like to see different spacing for holes here so I can get a better fitment on it. But I love the strap. It gets dirty, but I don't know. I think it looks good, kind of dirtied up a bit. Let's see. Going to both shows. Okay. We're already moving on to Intersect and stuff. Look at all the cool brands that are going to be scrolling, and you can't even see what I'm doing here. Why is it not doing that? No. There. Like that. I need a nap. Might go to bed early tonight. Okay. So, yeah, a bunch of good brands are going to be there. There's probably a couple that I haven't seen before. I feel like I just need to take a break from shows for a little bit. I've went to so many shows. It's crazy how many I've went to. LA Intersect is literally the weekend right after that. And I was talking to Wes, he's one of the owners of Notice, and we were trying to figure out a way for me to go there. Since I'm not going to Chicago, I maybe could go to Intersect. I have to look at if I don't plan it soon, though, it isn't going to happen. But and this after dark thing, if you're going to this, definitely buy this. It's $45. Buy that because what it is, and it was Michael Pearson that set that up, and they did it in Charlotte, where the first time they did it, and they um, he had suggested, he's like, hey, why don't we do like an early, or in this case they're calling it after dark, because they got to go set up the show Friday night anyway. So I think that works better versus doing the early access on Saturday. But if I'm going, I'm doing all of that. Like I would do Friday night, Saturday morning early, and then all day, and then yeah, drink tickets. But the brand roster for the LA Intersect is actually maybe, I don't know. There's more on here that I like would want to go see and talk to the owners versus potentially the Windup one's good too. RG Man, Rob, do you own any Rolex currently? No, I don't. Thoughts on the brand current prices? They cost what they cost. If you want a Rolex, you got to pay Rolex money, and that's it. That's the way it works. Um, as far as like my thoughts on the brand, I think they're a great brand, and my thoughts on the prices. I don't really scrutinize the price of watches in general because they kind of are what they are. You either buy it or don't buy it. For wind up, you just walk in, you just show up and walk in. There's no tickets, no pre-registration or anything. When you do go in, you can walk past it, but there's a sign up thing where you can get entered into a drawing. But that's about it. So I'm waiting for Artifact to come out with their production models. He's actually in Southeast Michigan, and he's using grade 5 titanium. Those are pretty cool. Rob, do you still have the 41 millimeter Smiley Ranger? I don't know what that is, but I know I don't have it. Astor Banks. Bernhardt's going to be there. Amp. I don't know what amp is. Or camp. Is that camp? Can I not click on it? Can I click on any of these? I'm clicking. Nothing's happening. Circular, Dryden, Dufresne, Fears is going to be there. Formex, Isotope, Jack Mason, of course. Oh, so some of these have direct links and some don't. All right, we'll figure that out in a second. Nevada Gretchen, Notice, of course. Poland RZE is going to be there, which, and if I need to try to make a better effort to let me text Wes. I need to try to make a better effort to maybe get to Intersect. Let me text Wes while we're on the phone here. I think he's still in the UK. I can't text. There. I sent him a text. Studio Underground, Zal Baltimore, Vare is going to be there. Vario's. This is going to be a killer show. Vertex, Visitor Watch is going to come all the way from Indiana. I mean, a lot of these guys are coming from pretty far away. And Weiss, I don't know if I've ever seen those guys at a show. I don't know. I might. I'm trying to pressure Wes into helping me go, but it gets so dang expensive. Let me look up airfare. Let's look up flights. Is there a direct flight? Where would I fly into? I could fly into is there a direct from Detroit to Orange County? Santa Ana. I could probably do that. And then the dates are, I've never flown into, fly into Long Beach. I don't know if there's direct flights. Let me check if there's direct flights. So Friday, I'd probably get in, if I could get in early on Friday and then leave on Monday. I mean, I can leave on Sunday. Yeah, all right, let's do that. First class, search. Dwight's gonna pick me up. I try to find direct flights. They're just so expensive. I won't go unless there's a direct. I'm not connecting out of Chicago. I'd rather just drive to Chicago. Okay, so there's no directs from Detroit to Santa Ana. How about Grand Rapids? Okay, there's no directs. You guys gonna watch me book a flight? Okay, let's do. What's the other, right? Is there? I've never been to the Long Beach, LGB. Is that a good airport? Two friggin' stops. Let me switch that to Detroit. Might be my dates. Let's see. Man, there's no directs. Yeah, okay. No. I could do Detroit to LAX. Is LAX a shit show? I can do direct. I don't know why you say that, Dane. Like, I go into Chicago all the time. I have no problem. So I can do direct. The flight back sucks, though. Is there a better 12:57? Man, those are just bad times. That one could work. So I could go from Detroit to LAX. Yeah, John, I know, but like I can drive. Chicago's a 6-hour drive, and Detroit's only a 4-hour drive. So I drive 4 hours, fly 4 hours. Plus, I have family in Southeast Michigan, so I just stay there. Okay, so I could do Detroit to LAX. LAX is always a shit show. But Tim says LAX is fine. Well, I mean, I've never flown in there, so. And James says he's had no issues with LAX. So, and that's the funny part is like I had buddies tell me because I flew into Denver, and I've had people tell me like, "Oh no, that's terrible, it's terrible," and I had literally no problem. So, well, if yeah, we always do something, but honestly, we're gonna be hanging out at the Intersect show. So, all right, well, I'll see if I can get some assistance with the funding on it and stuff, but. But I know Wes is busy, so we'll figure it out. All right, back to watches. Let's see. Battlebean says, here's a question for you. Any recommendations for a 24-hour dial automatic? I love the old Hamilton blackface pocket watches that are 24-hour wood. The only thing that comes to my mind instantly is going to be the Glycine Airman. And I'm sure there's plenty others, but the Glycine Airman is like pretty iconic. So if we do that and then we do 24-hour dial. Now they have quite a few, depending on what color you want to go with. But they have like I think they call it the Purist. I'm not sure how hard any of these are going to be to get. Actually, that one's pretty cool. I'm not familiar with that one. The Airman case, GH Woody says LoomTech does a 24-hour. That could be a good option too. Just the glycine was the first one to pop into my thought. And they have, if you get I think they call it the Purist, and they have different sizes too. So in the case is like pretty dang comfortable. So it's really like, I'm surprised I don't actually have an Airman. I have owned them, but all right, let's go check out LoomTech. So that's actually pretty cool looking too. If you want something a little bit different. And it's a 24-hour. So 44 mil case, a little bit bigger. The glycine is going to wear smaller for sure. 22 millimeter welded wire lugs, so it is pass through only. The glycine is going to be more universal with its straps and everything. That's a cool looking watch though. Do they have any other 24-hour ones? Greg, stop texting me. You can just comment. That's fine. And then they have like these crazy pop. I don't think I've ever even owned a LoomTech. I've seen some really cool models, some older ones. Greg's saying he thinks there's different sizes. I don't know. I don't see any other sizes. What is that? How much? The blue and orange. Was that on here? It's only $4.95. I suspect Dane's gonna go buy it. I've reached out to LoomTech a few times as I've progressed with my subscriber count and solicited. I'm like, hey, you guys want to send me a watch to video? You want to send me? And they like never replied to me. So probably why you don't see LoomTech on my channel very often, because it basically has to be somebody sending it in. That would be a cool one to see. Dane, if you want to buy it, I'll video it. You know, because I share a bunch of watches with you all the time. Is that a NATO? No, it looks like a two-piece. It's a two-piece strap. Oh. Two-piece with a quick release function. They have the Packers, and then this isn't like blue and orange, like Gator kind of blue and orange, like what you typically go with, but it's definitely, it's a vibrant, fun, good-looking watch for sure. I'm pretty sure it's quartz, 43 millimeter case, which I know you lost some weight, so I don't know if your wrist shrunk, but you should still be able to wear that. Too close to Broncos colors. I think it's a great looking watch. Yeah, and the loom is pretty solid on it too, right there. And it's only $4.95. Cool. But so you're down to 7-inch on the wrist size, so that's probably about as small as your wrist will get. You'd still be able to pull that off, no problem. Okay, what were we talking about? Oh, check this out. I was randomly, you guys probably all seen it too. I was on Instagram scrolling, and there was a post. I don't remember who posted it up. But this watch. post it up, but it was on a strap. And I thought it looked great. I don't know that I like it on the bracelet, but it looked great on the strap. It's called the Smoke Jumper. It's the brand is called Micro Milspec or something like that. I thought it was a pretty cool looking watch. 42 millimeter, only 12 mil thick. I think it has a Solita movement in it. I don't know why. It just looks really good. It's $2,100. Butterfly clasp was terrible, but you can put it on. Here's like a rubber strap option or a leather strap. So I think probably the rubber strap option would be good. I don't know. What do you guys think about that watch? I think it looks pretty dang good. Late due to selling watches. My buddy Michael's been selling watches. I had a phone conversation with him earlier, so I can't click on that, but the Moels 369. Aren't they gonna be at one of the shows? Oh, I want cookies. That's a cool looking watch. I told Greg to stop texting me, so he didn't text me, and he posted it on the thing, and then he just texted me. Greg, how's your hand feeling? Your wrist? Greg got in a fight with some raccoons or something like that, and he messed up his wrist. Now he can't even wear a watch. So he's trying to get you guys to buy watches. That close up of the dial is awesome. Now, of course, that green in that picture looks nothing like the green on that one. So it's funny when I hear the design 369. I don't know what the 369 means, but I was assuming when I clicked on this that I was going to see like Arabics, big Arabics at the 3, 6, and 9. So without reading it and knowing what the 369 is for, oh, right there. Similar to they're just model numbers. Okay. I think it's a good looking watch. That's a cool looking bracelet. And thank you for not doing a butterfly clasp. Literally, they're talking about the 369 like I was, and they didn't do it on the dial. I'm confused. Oh, it's an aluminum dial. That's why it has that kind of brushed look. And then it has, oh, those are loom blocks. That's cool. This is it's a good looking watch. Case size is good. This is a good looking, I would like to see one of these. Somebody should buy one of these and send it to me to video, because I don't know if I've never reached out to these guys. Isn't this company, I want to say this company is owned by a young lady, is it not? Or am I thinking of a different company? Change graphics design of film. Where's the story of the, I thought it was like a young woman that owns this. Waiting list, privacy, cookies. They really want to sell me cookies, the brand. So I've done a video on one of those. They're doing some really cool designs. Yeah, there's not much of a story going on here. So 369 528 shop. How much is the 369? Sold out. Only 3 available. So the aventurine dial's gone. The Comet Streak is available, and the metallic FIR is available. Only 1 available. So the Terra Brass is gone. The Dark Star is out. The Emerald Forest is still available. Oh, good thing that's sold out. I would have bought that. Purples, most of these are sold out. Oh, that one's kind of cool. Silver Frost. So what's left? That one. And those. It's 1150 pound. So whatever the conversion is. Yeah, someone should buy one. I'm not buying it at that. I was just looking at a different watch to buy. So, and I'm not buying any more watches. I literally just bought this Grand Seiko. I just shared it with you guys. And I'm going to do a state of the collection. I have plenty of watches. Oh, if I make it out to Intersect, just wear it there and I can check it out. That's totally fine. Are they gonna? They're not at Intersect, are they? I thought I just seen their name listed on a show somewhere. Maybe it was on Windup or something. Maybe I'm not thinking correctly. It reminds me of the HM Streamliner, says Larry C. Yeah, thank you. I just got to figure out what strap combo to go with it. But I did loan. I know I have some really nice like leather straps and some other stuff, and I loaned them to a buddy of mine. So when I get them back, I'll try some of those. I do not approve of doing that, Mike, either. Like I'm gonna probably force a watch on you. So the Shift knob, that's like a clothing brand. Actually, I can click on it. There we go. I seen them at Charlotte. Just some cool products. Cool Porsche in the background. Was it a Cayman S? Or no, that's a 911. So he's got the Willie shirt, navy, XK sweatshirt, Avant, Defender watch box. What is a Defender watch box? It's sold out regardless. Does it actually hold watches? Or is it just a box to throw watches in? It does hold watches. So it's an old ammo can, and then it's retrofitted to hold. I mean, Windup Watch Shop kind of did something similar with like toolboxes. Oh, it looks like they have a podcast too. Standard H podcast. That's what it is. And then they have some merch. So that's what that brand is. Standard H. Oh, I deleted Intersect. Yeah, cool. Paul's checking out. He's going to take a nap. Let's see. Tim says been trying hard to reduce number of watches and get down to a reasonable number of only quality stuff. Good luck with that. Oscar's here. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. What else were they doing? We did Mimos. We did. Oh, I can go. This is that link that Greg sent me. So they have a smaller. Is that not the one I was looking at? I guess it is different. 43 millimeter case. Swiss Rondo quartz. 515 24-hour. Combat B. That's a good looking watch. And of course, the Loom is good. You would expect the Loom to be good on a watch with a brand name of Loom Tech, right? Limited edition 500, and they are in stock. There you go. I my gut feeling says no. I feel like the Orient Bambino needs to be on leather, maybe a fabric strap, but I don't know. It'd have to be. I can't think. I don't think so. I don't know what else I was looking at here. Let's see. James says smooth FKM works really well on dress watches. I have one on my Creedors. So is it Creedor or Credor? Um, yeah, there are some like higher end FKM rubber straps that are price smooth. Was it Montrose or something like that? They might be able to do it. Thinking of getting a Orient, but not sure if a dress watch like a big. So I have a bunch of Orient watches that I'm going to be putting up on a drop soon. I don't know. I think did I put any on this one? I think I maybe put like a couple on the last one, but I have a bunch coming up. So if you're looking for a killer deal on them, then you're going to want to go to the Buyers Club, which I can show you guys right now. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go share screen. Let's go here. Let's go here. We'll close that. That's the wrong one. That is the wrong one. We'll go here and we'll go here. That is the correct one. And then we can go to the Buyers Club. So in case you didn't know, now you know. So there's a Random Rob Buyers Club Discord, and that's why I'm not doing the Sunday fun days anymore. So, oh yeah, James says the strap habit has the smooth FKM. I have a few of those, and a great discount code. If you go to one of my strap habit videos, there's a discount code in all of those. So these are all the drops. So there's drop 1, there's drop 2, which there's the list of the watches. I think all or most of those sold. And then drop 3. Drop 3 was the probably least successful one I did. There was quite a few no sells. But like this Compass watch didn't sell. This 4th gen Monster didn't sell. This Green Kinetic didn't sell. This SRPH29, I think, got sold later. I mean, it was pretty good, but like this Worn and Wound watch didn't sell. Maybe I thought I priced it right, but apparently not because it didn't sell. A Brown Sumo didn't sell. And then I did a Father's Day drop. I didn't label it, so I did 1, 2, 3 Father's Day drop, which I only did 10 watches. So kind of like 3.5 was the drop. So that had a Ball, Glashute, a Zinn, Oris, Hamilton, Longines, another Oris, Hamilton, a Seiko, and a Victorinox. And then drop 4, I just did this last weekend, which everything sold with the exception of one of the users, Bob USA. Oh, the Blue Lagoon Turtle didn't sell, which is weird because at $450 was a pretty good deal. Todd, I have some other Sumos. There's still a lot of watches, like 450 watches or so, and I have more. I think I have more on the way. Like I have a couple other sellers that want to send me more watches, and I'm like, I'm kind of dealing with this. So, but whatever. At this point, what's the difference? This Presage didn't sell. This actually did sell. It's Greg just bought that. I just shipped it to him. He can't wear it because he broke himself. But the Wise didn't sell. So that sale was pretty good. And then I have drop 5 picked. So here's the pictures of drop 5. So if we zoom in, so we have another SKX009. We have a Frost Gen 4 Monster. I think this is called a Stargate. Beautiful orange dial on it. And then this one here is another. Actually, that's not a Gen 4, is it? This is a Gen 4. Maybe they both are. I don't know what I'm talking about. I forget what this one's called, though. Ice or something, or Frost? The 55 anniversary Seiko 5 Sports. Here's that 773. From an international perspective, shipping and in some cases taxes tend to kill the deal. Yeah, well, thankfully most of my buyers are in the USA. I do have some out of country buyers, and they ship them to a proxy shipper, and then they get shipped from there. So that seems to work. A couple of 5KXs. I don't know, I keep calling it the Mini Turtle. That's actually technically it's based off another, I think, Seiko 6105. This is like a reissue, and honestly, it's probably one of the better reissues. I feel like it's mostly slept on. The Turtle. Dave checking in from no longer. Weren't you in? You were in Montana, right? Now you're in Alaska. The full size 60 or full size 200. Here's a sumo right here, Todd. This is the kind of like the night sumo. Couple oversized Seikos there. Here's a full titanium, the current or more recent generation of the Shogun. And then in the second box, we have an Oris that you guys have probably never even noticed. It has a very much like a Oris Aquas kind of case shape to it, but it's not a diver. Pretty cool. Then there's the Chrono Oris. That's really cool. Hamilton Crosswind. The old original Hamilton khaki Pilot day date with the brushed metal applied markers. I think that's honestly the best one. A Glycine Combat Sub. Here's a 24-hour Glycine Airman, but it's in like a faux bronze. So it's kind of like a patinaed looking bronze, but it's not bronze. It's like PVD coated. A couple swatches. I think this one has a dead battery, this white one. They're NASA ones. So I have to check the battery in that. A Rado, an NTH Devil Ray. We have a couple of San Martins, GMT, and then I think it's supposed to be, I don't know if it's like a 58 or 54. I think it's a smaller one. I don't know. I'll have to measure it. I forget what that one was. I think the battery's dead on the Skagen. I'm going to sell it dirt cheap, because I'm not going to waste my time putting a battery in that. The Swatch is easy to put a battery in. Here's an Orient Star. This is a killer diver. It has an open heart, and it has a one of the more beautiful blue dials I've seen, and a power reserve indicator, and a couple of Invictas. This one has a wild full blue case with a white dial, and then this one has like a PVD gold colored case with the blue dial and insert. So pretty interesting drop. It's not going to be for everybody for sure. And then Mystery Jason's actually selling from one of the drops the bronze Yema. So if anybody's looking for a bronze Yema, you could probably join the Random Rob Buyers Club Discord for free. Go on here, and then DM Mystery Jason. I'm not doing like a sales thread in this thing, but if a couple people they get a drop watch and they're just like, not really feeling it, and they offer it back up, that's fine. You know, hopefully it helps them sell it. So that is that. If we go back over to here, I do want to point out the theme of the week. Kansas City Tim is back in action in creating the theme, and I think Monday was green watch dial or something because there's a bunch of green ones. So if we scroll up to, here we go. So Monday, time to cut the grass. Green dials. Tuesday, watch to wear to the beach or surfing. Wednesday, sunshine yellow dial or strap. Thursday, scuba diving watch. This is all doable for me. I don't know that I have a green dial watch. I didn't even look. Friday, any digital that has a daylight savings time function. So I'll just wear a G-Shock. Saturday in the park, watch to wear to a theme park. And then Sunday is a nap and a hammock watch. So pretty fun stuff. All right, where are we at? Look at the comments here. Chronos is the Stratton. Okay, thank you. I was gonna guess that, but I didn't want to guess. I wanted to be sure, and I wasn't sure. And another plug from Dane, SPB 143, and I think he only wants like $350 for it or something. It's crazy good deal. $350 for an SPB 143. Just hit up Dane. Go to Celine Driver YouTube. Tell him I said it. He's got an SPB 143 for $350. Oh, he just doubled the price. I don't know what happened. It was $350 and then he just doubled it. Check you later, Eric. Oh man, are we done yet? What else we got? It was never $350. Well, I thought you wanted to sell it. Oh, it's two of them for $700. Okay, that's not bad. You just lowered it to $700. You need to lower it to sold. Oh, it looks like my buddy Calico is on a plane or something. Okay. I'm not helping. You haven't banned anybody. Go ban somebody or something. Like throw your wrench at somebody. Then I'll help you sell your watch. Here, let me tell you what I think the watch should be sold for. We're gonna go. I'm gonna check my sources. Except for my phone's not working. Let me check again here. So we're gonna go. Maybe he wants to sell it, not give it away. What's the difference? SPB 143. $700 is actually not bad. Let me see what they actually sell for though. So one did sell for $725, $895, $850, $850. Yeah, I don't know why it's $700 is a respectable price. $1,200 is not what they're worth. Fedora Jet, both for $550. I think. Let me go here. Let me go to. SPB 143. Is there any for sale? So there's 800. I mean, you kind of have the lowest price. Here's one for $725. So I think there's one on Watch Exchange for $725. I think $650 actually sells it, if I had to guess. But $700 is fair. I do agree with you on that, Dane. $700 is fair, but a lot of buyers are looking for more than fair. So, and I think $650 is probably that real number. And you know, you might lower it to 650 in the Discord and it still doesn't sell. So like, don't take my advice. I'm just saying that's if that watch was in, which I don't think it is in the master list. If I have, which I might have one of those, um, I can tell you right now. Um, what's $50 amongst friends? If I had one of those watches, I would probably price it at about like 595 to 615, somewhere in there. So it's a good thing I don't have one for sale right now. While you do, but mine's a different scenario because I'm trying to sell a lot of watches. Guys, I shouldn't have asked about the 24-hour dial. That Carbon Lume Tech is calling my name. Is that the one that we? Is that a carbon dial? It just looks black to me. You looking at the Lume Tech B49? I mean, he said that's a Euro shop. That's why. Yeah, whatever. James says I sold a Slim Turtle for 500, and that was the same movement inside. You're not the only person I like Zelos. I like Zelos. I have a Zelos right here. Dane, come on. I have a Zelos right here, sir. Try to tell me I'm a Zelos hater. I've had a lot of Zelos. Not as many as you, but I've had some. Tennessee Mike enjoys the Hellsman. Is that what it's called? But you don't like Zelos. I do like Zelos. I absolutely do. And I have to pick. What is the theme for tomorrow's watch? I have to pick tomorrow's watch. Watch to wear to the beach or surfing. That literally could be this watch I just wore. I don't surf. What watch should I wear tomorrow? For a beach watch? Should I wear the Blue Turtle? What's the temperature going to be tomorrow? Let's see. Not going to be as hot. I might wear the Turtle. I haven't worn the Turtle in a while. I could wear that, but I need to put it on a different. I need to put it on a. I don't want to size the bracelet. Is that being lazy? I haven't been wearing watches on bracelet. This Zelos is going to be a tour watch, so I probably could wear it at least once before I tour it. Let me get the bracelet off it. I destroy my fingernails. Quick release my ass. Okay, there we go. Now I need. It's got a little bit of blue on it. I could use a blue strap. Oh yeah. I'll wear this Dane. There we go. I'll wear this blue camel strap on the Zelos. There's a little bit of blue on there. Thank you. The blue camel was a great idea. Yeah, you can ring weight it if you want. Let me wear it today and then I'll post it up. Or let me wear it. I already did the video. Let me wear it today and then, yeah, there we go. You want me to send the blue camel strap with it too? I gotta set the time and date on it. Hello, just got here. Would you drop a new Discord link for us? Um, yeah, I mean, somebody could. You're gonna burn the strap? I don't think you would. I think you like to think you would, but I don't think you would. I'm calling you out on that. You wouldn't destroy my strap. Tell you what, if you burn the strap, you have to burn the Zelos with it. Okay, so it's 9:31. This is a good looking watch. I wish I knew how to tell time. You guys, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I actually do not know how to tell time. Uh, do you know the properties of FKM rubber straps? Do you know that they don't burn that well? You're gonna want to get some MAP gas. You're gonna have to get something really hot. They're fairly flame resistant. There we go. So I'll wear that tomorrow. Alrighty, let's see. That escalated quickly, Todd says. Okay. Well, yeah, so there's two different Discords. There's the Buyers Club one. That's great for just buying watches. You can't sell there, but it's for buying. And then the other Discord, which you could transition over to it, is where we have you can buy and sell, and there's a bunch of chats and I mean, oh, the tours. We do the tours. Like this watch right here is going to go on tour. Like, hey, Michael Weston's here. Burn notice. Um, Dane, I actually like this watch. This is a good one. So yeah, like this watch here, when I'm done wearing it, I'm gonna send it to Dane, and then Dane will send it to like another person, and they send it to another person, so on and so forth. So everybody gets a chance to check it out after I get some DNA on it for you. Don't make it weird. Okay, we're over an hour, and I don't have any. I can show you this loom, I guess, because this is a full loom dial. Good pick on the watch, Dane. Man, you contributed today, even though you didn't give anybody a timeout or anything. You can't hardly see it because of yeah, you can see it because of the light of the screen. So cool. Thanks everybody for joining, and I'll catch you guys later.